Hey, what's going on, guys? Marvin here. Welcome back to another video. So in this video, we're going to be talking about why it's so hard for you to find profitable wholesale suppliers for your Amazon FBA business. Now, this is one of the more common things that I've heard since my time on Amazon. I can't find profitable suppliers. There are no profitable suppliers. This market's saturated. They don't want to work with me. All of these different things that are pretty much saying the same thing. And I'm going to tell you exactly why most people have an issue when they go and try to get into wholesale and they can't even get past step one. Because don't get it twisted, guys. Finding a supplier is step one. There are a lot of steps to Amazon wholesale. I like to say there's a lot of puzzle pieces to Amazon wholesale. Finding suppliers is just one piece of the puzzle. There's still a lot of things that you need to consider. And if you can't even get past step one, you're going to have a lot harder time making this business work, opening up these accounts, and actually getting some profitable inventory. So issue number one that people are running into is just a lack of knowledge. They either don't know how to find suppliers, and once they do, let's say they do know how to find suppliers, they don't even know how to contact them, how to talk to them. They just have no knowledge of what they should do next. Like I said, finding suppliers is step number one. If you find a supplier and you go contact them and you have no experience on Amazon, you have no idea what to say, you have no idea what to even ask for, chances are you're probably not going to make that phone call. You're probably going to start with emailing first, and you're going to email them and say something like, hey, I'm an Amazon seller. Can I open a wholesale account? You have no ability to turn a no into a yes. And if you lead with, hey, I'm an Amazon seller, can I get a wholesale account? A lot of people are going to tell you no, but most people are just not going to respond. Okay. So you have to increase your know-how of the model of what you're doing. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to learn how to find suppliers. If you don't know how to find suppliers, I have a couple videos on this channel that I'll link down below in the description that you can watch after this video that will show you exactly how to get started finding suppliers. But let's say you have one or two different methods of finding suppliers. Clients in my wholesale program, in my mentorship program, they have access to 13 different supplier search methods. After this new update is done, they will have access to about 20 different supplier search methods. Who do you think is going to be able to find more suppliers? Somebody who barely knows how to find them on Google, or somebody who knows 20 different ways of finding suppliers? So you really need to increase your knowledge of how to find these suppliers in the first place. The second thing that you need to do is that you need to vet these suppliers before you even contact them. The vetting process starts as soon as you find them online, and it continues until you make your first order. So essentially what you're looking for during this vetting process is, one, am I going to get scammed out of my money? Because believe it or not, this happens. And I think the more and more people go into this model, and the more reckless and lack of knowledge that there is around this model, I think more and more people are going to get scammed. But that's one of the biggest things that we're looking for. If I pay for inventory, am I going to get inventory? Another thing that we're looking for is the supplier in the US? If we're selling in the US, we want to work with US based suppliers. So are they even in the US? Where are they operating from? If they say they're 123 distribution company and they sell all of these, they have all of these accounts and all of these brands and all of these things, and they have this massive operation, and you look them up on Google Maps and they're operating their business out of a residential area, usually a big red flag. Do they sell new products or used products, returns, liquidation, shelf pulls? What kind of inventory are we dealing with here? These are just some examples of what you should be looking for before you even consider contacting them. Issue number two that people are having is just a lack of experience. They found a supplier, they got their inventory list, they put that inventory list through the software ScanUnlimited, and they found little to no profit. They moved on and they never contacted them again. When you're looking through these lists, keep an open mind. Think past just the first initial order. Think a couple months ahead. So you look through this list, there's little to no profit. Start doing a manual scan. A lot of times with all of these softwares, doesn't matter if it's your favorite software on the market, it's still a software and there's still going to be issues and things are still going to fall through the cracks. So if you do a manual scan, which 99% of people will not take the time to even do that to the slightest degree, oftentimes you can find a lot of great products that the scanning software missed. Also, when you open up an account, see if they have an email list. Sometimes suppliers, they have an inventory list that they update periodically, and sometimes they have that combined with an email list that they like to send out. So not even have to list that inventory on their inventory list. They can just blast it on an email and get it sold that same day that they get it. So ask if they have an email list. Ask if they have any current sales going on, if they have any closeouts, if there's any inventory that they're looking to move and just get rid of because it's just been sitting there. Okay, you want to ask all of these things, and these things come with time, experience, talking to more and more suppliers. Your experience is going to grow, obviously. But if you just come in, you scan the list once, you don't see anything that you like, and you move on, you're going to contact 100, 200, 500 suppliers, and you're not going to have very much luck opposed to the guy who's following up constantly, always checking the new inventory that's coming in and trying to build that relationship over time. Think past just my first initial order and have a little bit of vision down the road. Issue number 3 that people are having is that they just lack people skills. They just go in with the belief of take, and that's the energy that they're putting off. I want discounts on absolutely everything. I want unrealistic discounts when I come in for my very first order, and I want discounts on every single thing that I order. That's not how it works. Negotiation with your supplier should be viewed as a win-win. Even though they're giving you a discount, it doesn't mean they're losing. They're still making money. They're not going to sell you something at a loss. They're going to sell you something that they're still making money on, and you have the ability to come in and place either a larger order, more frequent orders, or just help them move some inventory that has been sitting for some time. But it should be viewed as a win-win, not a just come in and take everything from your supplier, and if they don't give you these unrealistic discounts, then you just move on. Also, you have to remember that this is the people business. Think about providing value. How can I lead with value with this supplier so that they want to open up an account with me? You also want to learn how do I turn a no into a yes? Do you hear the words, no, we don't work with Amazon sellers, and you say, okay, thanks, bye? No, like you shouldn't be doing that. You should be talking your way to an account. And even if you don't get it on that first cold call, you can follow up, put them on an Excel spreadsheet so that you can follow up with them down the road, and hopefully you can open up that account down the road because you know that they're not working with Amazon sellers. So most Amazon sellers are not going to put in any effort to open up an account with them. But let me just give you an example about how quick things can change on the platform and how quick things can change with a supplier. I got the cease and desist letter on year 1. My first year, I got the cease and desist letter. And just like everybody else, when they get their first cease and desist letter, I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get sued. Oh my God, this, and that. I ended up talking to my supplier, my distributor at the time, and they got me in contact with the brand because they were an authorized supplier of this brand, and they were able to pass those rights on to me so that I could go and sell this product. I wasn't just using any supplier, right? We want to work with authorized supplier to limit our risk as much as possible. So this supplier put me in contact with the brand. So this brand who had just sent me a cease and desist letter, a couple days later, I became one of their semi-exclusive sellers, one of the few sellers that had the rights to actually sell this product on the platform. So things can change very quickly if you can just communicate what kind of value you can bring to the brand. All right, issue number 4, and the last issue that we're going to be talking about, is that people lack persistence. This is a numbers game. And in that numbers game, you're going to get a lot of no's. But you have to change your perception. It's not no, it's next. If this supplier keeps telling me no, I'm just going to move on to the next supplier because there is an abundance of suppliers that want to work with me. You have to come in with that belief and with that energy. If you go in with the energy and the belief that suppliers don't want to work with Amazon sellers, there's no profitable suppliers, this doesn't work, all of these negative things that you're telling your subconscious mind all the time, that is the energy that you're going to bring forth when you're contacting these suppliers. So as soon as you hear a no or a little pushback from any supplier in the slightest bit, you're going to be like, see, I knew it. This doesn't work. They don't want to work with me. You have to come in knowing that suppliers do want to work with you. There's so many people making this business work. Why can't you make this work? What do they have that you don't have? I've tried so many different ways of making money. I've tried marketing agencies, growing Instagram pages, fitness businesses, Amazon private label. I've tried drop shipping. I've tried Etsy. I've tried affiliate marketing. I've tried YouTube. I've tried all of these different models. So many different models, and I genuinely tried to make them work. And I can tell you this with complete confidence. Amazon FBA is the simplest online business model that you can start, and you can actually make some money. Like, don't let anybody fool you. There is no simpler way of making money than Amazon FBA, but it still requires time, effort, and some skill for you to develop. And once you can do that, you will make as much money as you want, assuming you have the capital. But if you lack persistence, and as soon as you get any rejection, any pushback, or any issues with your Amazon account, you crumble and you walk away, you're going to have issues with every single business model, because every single business model out there online is significantly harder than the business model that you're trying to create right now. If you can't make this business model work, you're going to have 10 times more issues with all of these other models that are out there being promoted all the time. This is hands down the simplest way of making money. You review data on the Keeper Graph to know that this product will sell. You buy that product for less and you sell it for more. It's the oldest business model in existence, and it will continue to be such a viable way of making money. But you have to have some persistence. You have to have some grit as you're going throughout this business. Don't go in thinking that you're going to contact 10 suppliers and you're going to get 10 profitable accounts. It doesn't work like that. People come all the time, hey, this doesn't work. And I ask them, How many suppliers you contacted? 5, 10, 15. That is not enough. This is a numbers game. You have to put the reps in. Repetition equals strength. And in this case, repetition equals success, because the more suppliers that you can contact, the more accounts you can open, the more opportunity there is for you. Contact 50, 100, 200, 500 suppliers, and I guarantee that you will find a profitable supplier that you can actually start working with. Unless you don't pay attention, you don't learn from your mistakes, you won't be able to make this work. But anybody can make this work as long as you're diligent about learning the business model. With that being said, guys, if you want to work with me one-on-one to help you build your business on Amazon, I've helped hundreds and hundreds of people build successful businesses on the platform, and I can help you do the exact same thing. You will have unlimited access to me. That is still available down below in the description. It's the first link in the description. Sign up before I close it down again like I have in the past. This isn't group coaching or anything like that. You have full access to me via Messenger, and I help you along the way. I double check your products and make sure that you're avoiding pitfalls, and make sure you're avoiding all of these issues that you may face with this business so that you can streamline your process. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you guys did, let me know down below in the comment section, and I will see you guys in that next one.